Good morning, guys. I'm on my way over to Gold Star Harley this morning. Got a rider training class, but I wanted to show you the light system on my Harley Davidson, my 23 Pan America. What you're seeing now is the factory low beam headlight, and once I get past this car, I'll show you. This bike has the Daymaker auxiliary light kit on it, directly from Harley, from the website. You buy it and the wiring kit, it's about, I think, $700, give or take a little bit, a few dollars. But that's the low beam, just the standard low beam on the bike. Now if I rock it back and forth, you can see the adaptive cornering light come on. There's the high beam on the bike itself. These are the factory lights. Okay, so that's the high beam, that's the low beam. Now, we're going to get the adaptive corner. There's the adaptive cornering light kicking in. And I've got another car coming. So if I lean it far enough, and the farther I lean it, the brighter it gets. We're not running real quick this morning, just because these roads are that nice and slimy damp. Okay, now that he's passed, so if I kick the lower switch on the auxiliary lights, I've got my fog lights. So technically, according to Daymaker, there's 3 different beam patterns on this light. So you've got your fog lights, you've got your driving lights. The driving lights are supposed to illuminate 270 meters forward. They do reach out there pretty good, you can see that. So there's the driving lights. The fog lights are supposed to illuminate 50 meters to the sides and more in front of the bike, which they do a great job of. You can see how far they illuminate off to the side of the road. Hopefully it's showing up well. And then you have the piss off the four-wheelers mode, where you turn them all on, and technically this is the off-road, there we go, 6th gear, off-road version, and then I'll hit the high beams too. So you can see with the auxiliary light kit, it throws enough light out there where I feel completely confident riding this thing in the dark. You can see how far down the road all those signs are lit up from the auxiliary lights. So anything reflective is just glowing way out there. And I could very easily, at 70 miles an hour, make out obstacles that I need to avoid well before I needed to avoid them. And the fog lights are illuminating far enough off to the side of the road that hopefully I would pick up any little furry creatures before they would decide to make a run in front of me. No guarantees there, but you know, that's what we would hope for. So, you know, hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what the auxiliary lights on the bike can do, as well as the factory headlights. I would definitely say the auxiliary light kit from Harley Davidson, it adds an immense amount of light to this bike, and especially if you're going to be doing any adventure touring where you're going to be off-road with it, having that extra light off-road is going to be very helpful. On-road at night, if you're touring in areas that you're unfamiliar with, that's going to add enough light where you're going to be able to see far enough down the road to pick out your next turn before you get to it, which is definitely something you're going to want to do. All right, quick stop at the gas station this morning. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, there's that adaptive cornering light. It's hard to pick up with the fog lights on, but there we go. Now you see it. The 3 stages as you lean the bike farther over. Now I'm just running the fog lights right now. That way I don't blind the hell out of these poor people as I get out here on the highway. And realistically, here on the highway, I'm not going to need the additional light from the driving lights because it'll kick the high beams off too. Because I can't, excuse me, with the other cars, I really can't see that far ahead. But the combination of the driving lights, the fog lights, and the high beam, this bike will really illuminate down the road ahead of you. Now, just keep in mind, you start running all your auxiliary lights on this bike, your buddies are not going to want to ride in front of you. You start doing that at night, and you're going to be the pack leader no matter what. But with that Daymaker auxiliary light kit, you're definitely going to have enough light to safely see down the road. And as long as you're driving within reason, you shouldn't be overdriving your headlight, because especially on this bike, the braking system is good enough that even in adverse weather conditions, adverse road conditions, this bike would stop fast enough that I would not be overdriving my headlights. Now, that's not to say that there isn't a little furry woodland creature that could very easily sneak out from the edge of the road, jump out from the tree line within my headlight distance that I wouldn't be able to stop for, like that poor fella right there. But realistically speaking, for road hazards themselves, I'm not overdriving my headlight. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I haven't actually tested any of the other aftermarket light kits that are available for this bike, and there are several. So I can't say bang for the buck is the Daymaker kit the absolute best. I don't know, but I can tell you this much. If you get it set up with it from the factory, or from the dealership when you buy the bike, if you buy the bike new, then that kit is covered. We're turning here, buddy. That kit is covered by your factory warranty and your ESP as part of the bike when it was purchased. So that is a bonus of picking up the auxiliary light kit. Whoop, come on. That is a bonus of picking up the auxiliary light kit from the factory, is that if you do, it'll be covered by your Harley Davidson warranty if anything were to go wrong with it. We'll get a good look at it here. Oh, once I get off the bike. All right, there's a shot. Doesn't she look pretty this morning? Cornering light's not on because the bike's not on the kickstand, but she definitely lit up nice and bright today. Hopefully that shed some light on any questions you might have about the auxiliary light kit from Harley Davidson, aside from mounting and wiring, which I don't have a video on because unfortunately I didn't do this one. This bike came it was already set up with it. So please do me a favor. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.